I also got this very strange Peugeot that looks like a PX10, but it's definitely not, so it's probably a lesser known one. It's got the real Reynolds 531 sticker. That's a weird spot. I feel like it's usually here. The black Nervex lugs. It's got a different looking bottom bracket shell. It's stamped with like a big weld seam on it. The serial number's in the weld seam. I feel like that's not usually how it is. It's got the Simplex rear dropouts that someone has tapped and threaded and cut this away to have like a little lip for a derailleur. I'm hoping that'll work because I don't want to braze on chrome. But it's a pretty gorgeous bike. You know, it was at salvage sales. Someone else got it, but then I was talking about all the good and bad things, and he's finally like, you know what, you love French bikes so much. And I'm like, I do love French bikes so much. And he's like, and I give him my mountain bikes I find and stuff like that all the time. I don't care about mountain bikes. It's like, whatever, you can just have it. It's like, cool. So I got this, and I want to stick the 650B dummy wheels in. I want to look. I just want to see. Put my tire checker tool in. And the fork. Now, the fork is very weird. It was in the recycling. Could mean anything. Could mean the young ego-y kids didn't want to deal with it. Just threw it in there. Could mean they found a big giant crack or a dent or there's some sort of serious deal breaker I have not seen yet. That steer looks pretty straight to me. Maybe it came in because it's cracked. Maybe the customer noticed something while riding it. I don't know, but I want to give it a real good look over without the barn stem in the way. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's one way of doing that. Get a real good look over, stick the dummy wheels in. I want to play with it. That seems like the fastest, easiest place to start. Let's get this looked at out of the way, and then we'll start on the dimples on this bike. So if you saw yesterday's video on this, pretty nerdy about it. It comes out cool. There's a tall guy, I think might want it, but send him some pictures, told about I don't think he cares. I think he only wants the really high-end, top-tier bikes. This had the prettier, like real PX10 fork crown. He might be interested. Get another PX10 or vintage French bike that looked like an Italian bike he was all about. So I do have the Han Rossmann tire checker tool. It's the best. But I also built up a nice set of 650B wheels, or had Brian Stoke do it, with 42mm tires on them. These Hetras. Got it at swap meet for $10. Eat your hearts out. Like, they have maybe 4.5 actual miles on them. They're slightly a bit dirty. They're clearly wintertime miles, but I haven't even tried to scrub them yet. But I love them. They're so pretty. These high polished Atlas rims. I don't know. This wheel sits pretty dang straight in this fork. The gaps on both sides look almost the same. I don't know. There's something about this fork that keeps telling me it's off a little bit. So we'll go on the fork alignment tool, we'll clean it up, we'll take the crown race off. Make sure there's no crack or anything weird. I really do hate this cheap fork crown though. Once the bike's all built up, you'll never see it or think about it. But why? It looks like a Schwinn fork crown. But it's got the Simplex front dropouts. They have the exact same texture as those underneath the chrome. Neither of them were polished. It's the same paint. I mean, it could be a repaint. I don't know. The fork crown's chromed. Usually they chrome the entire thing and then just polish the areas that they're going to show off and hide the rest of their paint. So all the chrome underneath the paint isn't actually polished. It's real dull and bumpy looking. But look at this guy. It has enough room for fenders. This would easily clear Zeppelins. So it would easily clear Zeppelins up high. In between, the fork crowns are always narrow on old bikes. This is reading about 47. So with the Zeppelin, I would have to trim a little bit of meat off of both sides. File it off, dimple it out a little bit. But totally doable. Ooh, let's do the back. This thing is most likely spaced 120. This wheel is spaced 130. Ooh. Got it. Goes right up. Oh, yeah, there's room. So, you know, sometimes stays are too long with these long horizontal dropouts. Like you can't get the tire all the way forward. It's hitting the bridge before you can pass the dropout. But I got like 5-6 millimeters here. Just a little stretch. Oh, baby, baby. It's in. I got 5, 6, maybe like 5 millimeters on both sides. Plenty of room to get all the way forward and drop out. So we're going to add a Bottle Boss braze on in there. Plenty of room here. This bike, I don't know, they were making these bikes for like 700Cs and stuff, the French ones. I doubt it was first 27, but man, these bikes have the clearance and everything for 650B. All these old French bikes. The old French bikes did a lot of 650B still back in the 70s. Like they made those Mayfac Raids, the wide version of Mayfac for 650B, longer, wider. Mayfac made those up until like the mid 80s, I think. They're still coming a lot of cheap bikes, women's bikes, stuff like that. Like things they made for fenders and fatter tires and upright bars. That's why if you ever need a set, go on eBay France. You'll find them there for pretty cheap. Usually cheaper to buy them there, plus the shipping, than it is to buy them here. I still have not got back into the CCC. Maybe I'll try and do it today and see if they pulled any other parts off this bike. If it came as a complete bike, I want any parts they pulled off. Especially, these usually came with a Simplex seat post, a steel seat post, like a built-in clamp. Gorgeous, I want it. It's got the headset, it's got the bottom bracket and cranks. I doubt it's got Hot Wheels, but it might have. It's got the parts. Somebody took just the guts off the shifter clamp and the bolt, but left the shifter clamp on here for reasons. This bike is a 63 centimeter. If you were hot for it, let me know. At some point today, I'm going to go through and really clean it and inspect it. It does have a slight bit of kickstand plate marks, like a little bit of pinching, but not a lot. They usually beat the shit down there. Doesn't look too bad. This is definitely pre-79 because it's got the parking sticker from 1979. It's hot. Look at this thing. Oh, it's a hot bike. And 700 by 23 millimeter wheels and tires have the same radius as 650B42. So switching to 650B42 just gives you a fatter tire, the same radius, the same rolling radius. You have the same standover height, you have the same clearance from the ground up. It is not a big deal to do 650B conversions unless it's too tight, the foreground too tight down here, you know. It's got eyelets. If this bike was my size, I would do it. I already have like 4 other bikes I'm trying to do 650B conversions on old French bikes right now. Whoa. All right. That was fun. I had a good time.